11 best tips to learn English or any other language faster in 2023. These are productive tips for the beginners. Are you ready to learn these tips to have your English language learning faster in 2023? Yes, you are ready. If you are ready, this video is specially for you. Dear audience, Herman Ebbinghaus in 1885 conducted a research, and this research was to what an extent we retain the information after learning. And he got the idea that only 15% of the learning is retained in our mind. The rest of the things are faded away, are forgotten by our mind. So here I am going to share 11 effective tips to learn English language or any other subject or language faster in 2023. The first step is revise. Yes, dear audience, revision. Revision is the key component in learning English language. For example, if you have learned new words of English language, go on revision. This will have imprinted in your mind, and this will not be faded from your memory. Keep revising. Revise next day, then the third day and the sixth day, and these will be stayed into your memory, and you will not forget it. Revision is basic in your memorization and in the retention of the information which you have gathered through different resources. Next step, number 2 step, active recall. Yes, active recall. And you can recall the information, recall the knowledge, recall the new words, recall the vocabulary which you have learned and memorized earlier. And you can recall this by reading again, by teaching yourself or any other person in front of you. You can write it down on the paper. You can use flashcards. This is very old technique, but this is the most effective technique. By active recalling, you can retain the information, and this will enhance your capability, and this will enhance the ability of your mind to retain the information which you have collected through different resources. And number 3 is that make chunks of information. It means that you have to divide the information. Into small pieces. And you can also use Pomodoro technique. Yes, dear audience, Pomodoro technique. What is Pomodoro technique? You can read and you can write. You can learn for 25 minutes and then 5 minutes break. After 5 minutes break, you can again read for 25 minutes. And after break, these 4 slabs are Pomodoro, and again 30 minutes break. This will refresh your brain, and you can have better memory, and you can retain the information in the better way. So this has been scientifically proven that Pomodoro technique helps you to retain the information, to get it better into your brain. And it also boosts up your focus, because you are dividing your work into 25 minutes time, and after 25 minutes you are having a break. So this is very important. And if you utilize it into your English language learning, this will be most effective because you can absorb all the information you are listening through the podcast, through the news, through the YouTube videos, and then you can recall them. And then you can have a break, and after break you can also recall, active recall. By active recall you can reread the information, you can write it down on the paper, you can speak to yourself, and by speaking you can listen again, and this will have a tremendous influence in your English learning faster in 2023. And next point is just distraction-free environment. Yes, dear audience, when you are learning English language or any other subject or language of the world, you should have distraction-free environment. There should not be any distraction. And it is very important. You observe that if your phone is ringing, if there is noise, people are around you, and there are a lot of tools for distractions, some music is going on, then your mind will keep wandering. Simple technique I would share here is that keep your table at the desk free from all the distractions. It should not be chaotic. If your phone keeps on ringing, you just pick up it once, then your several hours will be devoured by your phone. So distractions of phone, WhatsApp, YouTube, any other media should be closed at that time. You should not listen any kind of music. There should not be distractions of any other kind. You should focus on your own goal, and focus is to learn English language or any other language or the subject faster. In this way you can learn and retain the information which you are collecting from different resources. Keep this thing and try this method, and let me know in the comment section, is distraction free environment helpful for you or not? Are distractions distract you from learning English language or any other subject? So next point is that understand, not memorize it. This is the first principle theory, because when you try to memorize words without understanding, words will fade away, words will be forgotten. So you have to understand them first, the meanings of those words, the context of those words in which they are used. In this way you can retain new words, new vocabulary, and you can use them in a better way. And because there is a huge difference between understanding and memorization, focus on understanding then memorization. You can understand through YouTube videos, discussing with people, teachers or friends. When you understand something, it stays with your mind. So my advice here is to understand English language rather than to memorize the rules, grammatical sentence structures, the expressions. There are a lot of grammatical rules, sentence structures, tenses, each and everything. Don't try to memorize them. Try to understand the language in which it is used. Then you will be able to speak English in a faster way in 2023. Use mnemonics. This is very important technique. And what is mnemonics? It is a trick. And use Baron mnemonics in English language. You don't have to purchase it. You can download it from Google, and this mnemonics helps you a lot to retain new words. Next, visualization. Visualization. If you are able to close your eye and create the image into your mind, whatever you want to read or whatever you want to practice, have a picture in your mind, form connections, form connectivity, it will retain into your mind. Because visualization is not creating the image on the paper, no, It's not creating an image on the paper, it's creating an image into your mind. You can create and form the sentence structure. You can create and form the patterns in which the language is spoken. In this way, you will be able to speak English language faster in 2023. Next, sleep. Sleep is very important factor. If your mind and body is rested, it will absorb new information and will retain new information. So try to have sound sleep. You can have 15 minutes power naps. It is very important. When your body and brain is rested, you can gather new information. You can learn each and every language faster than its previous routine. Next point is that use as many senses as you can. There are 5 senses to learn something as we focus on reading, writing, speaking, listening. Utilize each and every sense. You can read, you can listen the same object, you can speak out through your mouth the same content. In this way, this practice will give you enough exposure to speak English language and to learn English language faster in 2023. A book, you can read a book, then reread it to yourself. By rereading, you are listening the same content, and if you can record the video, next day you can watch the whole video, and in this way the whole content will be stayed into your brain. This is very important technique. Use as many senses as you can. You have very beautiful 5 senses, and you can utilize all your senses in your English language learning. Writing, first of all reading, then writing, speaking, listening, all the skills are together, and you will be an avid reader, you will be an effective communicator, you will be an impressive speaker like a native English speaker. Then ask questions from yourself. Ask questions. How can we read? What's your name? Simple questions. In which country do you live? What's your favorite hobby? What do you want to achieve by learning this English language? By asking these questions, you are in fact reinforcing the information in your brain, and you are practicing, and by practice you can be a perfect figure. A learning style. Your learning style is very much important, dear audience. If you are learning, there are many senses, 5 senses: reading, writing, listening, speaking. But you have to discover which sense is dominant. If reading is your dominant style, focus on it. If watching is your dominant style and you learn from it, focus on it. If listening is your dominant style, focus on that. Discover which style is your dominant one, then work on it. And if you discover your right learning style, you will be an effective English learner, and you will learn English faster in 2023. These are 11 tips by which you can understand any concept of the word, any subject of the word, any language of the word, and we are specifically referring to English language. Hope you have understood all these concepts. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture of today. Which method do you like the most? Learning style or use as many senses as you can? Which style do you like the most? Are these techniques new to you or old one? Let me know in the comment section. Stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.